Welcome back to the 34th annual Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic on Tubetown. Andy Manus joined now by Marcus Carlton for the second of 4 games on this Saturday afternoon. And thanks so much for joining us here on Tubetown. The second game, one of the most anticipated matchups in the tournament. The 1A school, Izard County Consolidated. The Cougars coming in here to Jonesboro to take on the Jonesboro Westside Warriors. Marcus, this one is going to be a fun one to be a part of, especially considering how both of these teams like to play. And obviously, we're going to get to see plenty of Westside this year here on Tubetown, as we'll be your home for Westside basketball this winter and spring.
Yeah, very true. That kicks off Tuesday night. We'll have Westside versus Blytheville Tuesday night.
So our first preview here, well, not really our first preview of the Warriors, as we got to see them play yesterday, but we'll see them here take on the Cougars. Cougars come away with the opening tip. Your starting lineup for ICC: Dylan Tharp, Kobe Everett, Mike Euchre, Caleb Faulkner, and Justice Cooper. For the Westside Warriors: Kessler Mack, Avery Feltz, Dylan Schwartz, Jordan Rockers, and Riley Felkins. Three-point attempt at the top of the key. Nothing but net. And the ICC Cougars start things off on the right foot with a triple. But how about that answer from Avery Feltz?
Feltz is one of those guys that has a pretty unlimited range when it comes to three-point shots.
Well, and I talk about this all the time, you know, getting to do this job and covering high schools, we get to watch a lot of kids kind of grow up and play year in and year out. And we've got to see the Westside Warriors the last few years, so we've got to watch guys like Avery Feltz, Dylan Schwartz, Jordan Rockers, right? I mean, pretty much the entire starting five of the Westside Warriors we've got to see from almost freshman year all the way now to where they are now. And how about Avery Feltz coming down and just dropping in another triple?
I think he may be a little motivated today.
Might be onto something here. Quick 6 points here in the opening minute and a half for Avery Feltz.
You notice they're not giving Cooper an inch there when he has the ball.
Another answered three-pointer. The Cougars tie it up. Caleb Faulkner.
Quick start for both teams. It'll be interesting to see if Izard County can keep up the pace. Just Feltz another three.
Off the mark. Cooper comes down with the rebound, but it's poked out of bounds by the Warriors.
You know, this ICC team, they come in as a 1A team. You know, they don't have football. They start playing basketball, you know, early, mid-October. You know, they're 15 games into their season, so you got to think that maybe plays a role, that they're a little more familiar with everything.
Yeah, I've already got their starters figured out, how their game flow usually goes. Warriors just kind of getting into it. Here's Felkins. Felkins drives around the defender. He'll score with his left hand, and he'll go to the free throw line as well. You said it. Beautiful job there by Riley Felkins.
Yeah, good drive by Felkins, and good job of keeping control of the ball even after he was fouled to get the old-fashioned three-point play.
Mike Euchre charged for his first personal foul, first team foul on either squad in the opening minutes of this ball game, and Felkins will hit his and one, and the Warriors have a three-point lead once again. 3 lead changes already so far here in this game. Split the double team beautifully did Dylan Tharp. He'll drive and he'll go to the free throw line. That little hesitation move, just enough to get the defense to stop in their tracks, and he went right around them. And Coach Whitmire and some of the Westside fans here in attendance not too happy with that call either. Tharp hits the front end of this 2-shot trip. And there's the second. 1-point ball game. 9-8, Westside leading by 1. Here's Feltz. When you talk about three-point shooting, not only does Avery Feltz have the range, as you see here, him attempt a three. There's a long rebound. They got a couple of other guys who can drop them in from long range as well. A great feed, but unfortunately Dylan Schwartz couldn't finish. Somehow Jordan Rockers winds up with it, and now he'll go to the free throw line.
Great hustle there by Rocker to keep that play alive after the missed layup. Just a little bit of tenacity there, and now he's going to get a chance to get his name in the book early on.
Yeah, and Mike Euchre called for the personal foul, his second personal foul, as Rockers will hit the first of two.
A substitution into the game. Dalton Dillard into ICC's lineup. Second free throw's good.
And Jordan Rockers goes 2 for 2 on that trip, extends the lead back to 3. It's 11-8.
See a little token pressure there by Westside in the backcourt.
Yeah, tried to get a little half-court trap there at the last second, but ICC gets out of it. There's Cooper trying to drive around the defender, and Westside going to be called for a foul.
Andy, I think every time Cooper's touched the ball this far, he's been double-teamed. I think that's going to be a good strategy for Westside, especially after the night Cooper had last night.
There's a three-point attempt off the mark. That foul called on Dylan Schwartz. That's the second on him here in the first quarter. Under 5 remaining in the first. Here's a three-point attempt from Riley Felkins. Can't give him that much space. A rare miss from Felkins. Nice entry, and Kessler Mack will have an opportunity at a three-point play.
Nice touch there by Mack. He saw the opening in the lane, cut down, got hit with the pass, and now he's going for the and one.
Kobe Everett.
Like he may have got a thumb to the eye in the process, too.
Kobe Everett called for the foul there, and Mack cannot hit his free throw. So the lead remains at 5, 13-8. Three-point attempt off the mark. Westside comes down with a rebound. Logan McPherson into the game here for Westside as well. Comes down with that rebound. There's another three-point attempt. No good. Cooper comes down with the board. That shot missed everything, but there to clean up the mess was Caleb Faulkner.
Yeah, I think Cooper is you're starting to see a few signs of frustration. He's pressing a little bit on that possession because he got the rebound, went the length of the floor, and then took a very quick shot.
Yeah, he is. You said it a minute ago. He's being double teamed every time he touches the ball. But not only that, they are basically standing on top of him to keep him from getting the ball. And once he gets it, standing on top of him to make sure he doesn't move with it.
Yeah, if we were playing college ball, they'd definitely be violating the cylinder rule.
There's no doubt. They know what kind of toothpaste he used this morning, I think. Under 4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Dylan Tharp with it now for the Cougars. Working to his left. There's Cooper with it. Double teamed again. Little jump shot. Had the contact, but still drained it in the face of the defender. Wow.
Can't draw it up much better than that.
Little fade away. Perfect touch on it. Makes it a 1-point ball game. 13-12. Westside is led by as many as 5, but now the Cougars on a little bit of a scoring run. But there's Avery Feltz to break that run. 8 points in the quarter for him. Lead back up to 3. Here's Cooper at the top of the key, working against Mack. There's a three-point attempt from Tharp. Rims in and out. Offensive rebound. Putback is good. Caleb Faulkner playing the role of garbage man. Makes it a 1-point ball game once again, 15-14. His 7th point of the quarter. Loose ball. Might have been a kick ball, but no call. And Westside with possession will get a timeout. Coach Whitmire from the sideline able to get that called. So time stopped with 2:42 left to play here in the first quarter. 15-14 is the score.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. We'll just keep everything here. That's a good timeout by Whitmire because things had kind of gone a little helter-skelter on the offensive end. You get possession of the ball, take that quick 30 seconds, tell your guys, hey, let's settle down, let's get in our offense, and let's get a good shot.
Again, we do want to remind you this is just the second of 4 games this afternoon, so make sure you stay tuned for the 2 remaining games on the schedule this afternoon. We've got Nettleton taking on Bryant immediately following this game, and then, of course, the championship game tonight between North Little Rock and the hosting Jonesboro Golden Hurricane.
Rest of the day is a tour of Jonesboro. We go from Westside to Nettleton to Jonesboro.
Without a doubt, all 3 of the teams here. The only one missing is Valley View.
Yep.
There's the shot from just inside the free throw line, and it'll hit every part of the back of the rim before it finally falls. And Avery Feltz is now into double digits with still 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
You see here with the defense, Mack is just all over Cooper, just doing whatever he can to frustrate him.
And he runs into his body there. Mack picking up his first foul as Cooper attempts the three-pointer. Just wanted, I mean, he had the space to shoot it, so I don't understand the foul from Mack unless it's just trying to make sure he doesn't hit the shot. But even then, you're giving him 3 free ones. Just a little touch on the body there as he let that one go.
My take on that is it's more of a mind game thing where you're just trying to get in his head and do anything you can to knock him off his game. He got the three-pointer off, but he missed it. You're going to make him earn them at the free throw line. And so far he's hit both.
Yeah, might be the wrong guy to.
Yeah, I don't think I would take my chances with him. Well, I say that and then,
jinxed.
The announcer curse.
Sorry, Justice Cooper. It makes it a 1-point game again. Could have tied it up there, but did not. Feltz with the three-point attempt, long rebound, and it'll go out of bounds. Jordan Rockers tried to save it, but it had already gone over the backboard. 17-16 still to score, 2:04 to play. Had 3 lead changes here. Westside able to hold on to it. They've led by as many as 5, but ICC keeps coming back and making it a 3-point game and a 1-point game now. Faulkner thought about stepping into that deep three-pointer. Instead, he'll take it to the top of the free throw line and let it fly from there, and ICC has the lead once again. Faulkner now with 7 points in the game. Excuse me, give him 9.
Mack's going to have 3 shots there after being fouled. Dylan Tharp got him. I mean, he's 22, 23 feet out. I know he can make that shot, but, there's a way to get defense on him without having to foul him.
First one will fall through. Second one will as well. Westside with the lead once again. Three for 3 is Kessler Mack. Give him 3 for 4 from the charity stripe from the game. Missed that and one opportunity earlier, but it's a 2-point lead now for the Warriors with $1:20 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Faulkner, baseline drive. Shot with the right hand, no good. Rebound goes to Westside. Good look by Faulkner, just couldn't get it to fall. Here's Felkins. Felkins in traffic, puts up a shot, no good. Doesn't get the call, gets his own rebound, leans into the defender, and the second attempt will fall.
Way to stick with it there by Felkins. He missed the first one, got to put back on the second try.
.48 seconds remaining. Here's Cooper at the free throw line, double teamed, has it poked away. Gets it back, dishes it off to Faulkner, and Faulkner will drop it in for double digits now. 11 points here in the first quarter for Caleb Faulkner. He makes it a 2-point ball game. 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Deep three-point attempt from Riley Felkins, and he will drop that one in and back to a 5-point lead.
This Westside team loves the three-pointer, and if they're on, they can hang with anybody.
I'll never forget the time we did a Westside game, and I think they were playing the Harrisburg Hornets, and Westside shot 18 three-pointers before the third quarter was over. Excuse me, they hit 18 three-pointers before the third quarter was over. Excellent defense here as they poke it out of bounds. It'll stay here with ICC. They've got 3.9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. There's the inbound. There's the double team. 1 second left. Deep three-point attempt. Nothing but net. Dylan Tharp will make it a 2-point game once again, and we are off to a heck of a start in this second game of this Saturday afternoon. 25-23 the score. Westside leading by 2. We're back with the second quarter right after this on our coverage of the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown. Live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. We begin the second quarter between Jonesboro Westside and Izard County consolidated. It's a 2-point ball game, 25-23. A heck of a first quarter between these two teams. We had 5 lead changes. The ball game was tied 3 times in that first quarter.
And if you'd have told me at the end of the first quarter that Justice Cooper would only have 4 points and it would be a 2-point game, I would have questioned that.
Yeah, without a doubt, especially given the day he had yesterday. Instead, it's Caleb Faulkner leading the way for the Cougars. He's got 11 in the first quarter. Avery Feltz leading the way for the Warriors with 10. Here's Felkins over to Feltz. Feltz with a deep three-pointer off the mark, and it's going to be Tharp reeling in the rebound for the Cougars. Here's a chance for the Cougars to tie it up or take a 1-point lead in the opening minute of the second quarter. Trying to get Cooper open down there on the low blocks. Instead, it's Felkins reading the pass, coming up with a steal, feeding it ahead to Feltz. And there you just see the teamwork and the chemistry between the Warriors here. They've been playing together so long, they just know where each other are on the court at all times. And you see Felkins coming up with a nice assist there to Feltz. 4-point lead now for the Warriors, 27-23. Still the first minute of the second quarter. Great head fake, great shot, but can't get it to fall. Cougars come up with a rebound and a foul called on Westside. See who they call that on. It might be Avery Feltz.
I think they got Schwartz.
Well, that's number 3 on Dylan Schwartz, so
he'll probably sit for a while.
Yeah, he will. He will come to the bench, and it'll be Logan McPherson who will come back into the game. Long rebound out to Cooper. Cooper into the high post. Shot by Faulkner, no good, and the Warriors come down with a rebound. Here's Feltz to Felkins. Don't give him the space. Feltz wanted the 3-point shot. Decided to step up and take one from just in front of the line, and it's off the mark.
We'll see how quick the double team picks up here on Cooper.
Little miscommunication there between Faulkner and Cooper. Feltz comes up with the fast break attempt, or Felkins rather comes up with a fast break attempt. He's off the mark, and it'll be now Kobe Everett who is fouled.
And now the cardinal sin by Felkins committing the foul after missing the layup. It's a frustration foul. You see it all the time, but it's still one of those that, you know, it's going to make Coach Whitmire just kind of rub his head and be like, what are you doing?
5 team fouls on the Warriors here in the first half, 4 team fouls on the Cougars. Still the opening 2 minutes. Turnaround jump shot from Cooper. That was beautiful.
And if you notice, no double team came that time, and it was no match.
Yeah, he recognized that he had the space to shoot and just let it fly. Back to a 2-point ball game, 27-25. There's a crossover and a drive, and it'll be Felkins headed back to the free throw line. Just his second trip to the free throw line. He is 1-1 so far, a chance to extend the lead.
So they got Faulkner on that foul.
That'll be number 1 on Faulkner. First free throw from Felkins on this trip is good. Lead goes back up to 3. Second one will fall as well. So here come the Cougars trailing by 4. Skip pass, just got over the head of Feltz there. Tharp now to Everett. Everett's got some range too. Here's Faulkner letting one fly, and he makes it a 1-point game.
You know, the strategy is working to shut down Cooper, but I don't think they counted on Faulkner having the game he's having so far.
He is lights out so far through the first half. 14 points for him, leading all scorers. Here's Felkins. Good defense by Tharp. Tharp reaches in there, pokes it out. Here come the Cougars with numbers. Here's Everett. Everett going to the free throw line. Oh, he called that a block. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at it. He's still looking at the offending Warrior, Kessler Mack, sitting down there on the floor.
I think that's probably the right call. He was very deep underneath, and it seemed to me like he was leaning back a little bit before he got hit.
So Everett will capitalize on the and one opportunity, and just like that, well, just like that, tied up again. Chance to break the tie. Kobe Everett picking up his second, and that'll put Feltz at the free throw line, and he'll hit the and one. They're moving faster than I can keep up with here.
It's a high-scoring first half.
I'm telling you.
5 minutes left in the first half, and 63 points combined.
Everett nearly lost it. He's able to maintain his handles on it. He's got some space for three. Good ball movement by the Cougars here. Very unselfish, and it winds up in a wide open look for Justice Cooper. He can't knock it down at the top of the key.
He won't miss many of those when he's that wide open.
Here's Feltz, and he's not going to miss
Neither
any
does
either. A quick 18 points for Avery Feltz here in the last couple minutes of play. The lead back up to 4 now for Westside. He had 10 moments ago, and he somehow now has 18. Leaner away from the basket for Cooper, off the mark. Here come the Warriors. Feltz drives the lane, gets the contact, and he'll go to the free throw line. Avery Feltz just decided to hit a switch at some point in the last 2 minutes, and he's in turbo mode right now.
You got a timeout, ICC, let's see, full or 30. I believe it's 30, full timeout.
Well, let's go ahead and take a full timeout with him and catch our breath as Dalton Dillard called for his first personal foul. We are at the 4:04 mark in the second quarter, 37-31, Westside leading ICC. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
One heck of a ball game between the Westside Warriors and the ICC Cougars with 4:04 left to play in the second quarter. You're reading the score right, 37-31. It has been a high-scoring affair between these two teams so far, thanks in big part to Avery Feltz. Feltz now with 20 in the ball game, over half of his team's points through the first half, and right now he's at the free throw line getting ready to add on to that. 2 shots coming up, correct? Or no, this is an and one opportunity, I believe.
Yeah.
And he hit it still perfect from the free throw line. The Warriors have only missed 1 free throw so far throughout the first half.
Chase Orff into the game for Azle County, replacing Kobe Everett.
Tharp with it now. Over to Faulkner, now to Cooper. Nice touch pass. Tharp for 3 now. Got the look he wanted and drained it.
Good ball movement there. Found the open shot and took advantage of it.
Yeah, good assist there from Orff from the top of the post. 4-point ball game, 38-34. Here's Feltz with it. Little heat check three-pointer. Why not? And fouled on the rebound is Chase Orff. So that will put the Cougars at the free throw line for the remainder of the second half, or excuse me, of the first half rather, second quarter. Same thing goes for ICC. Any more fouls for them will put the Warriors at the line.
I think they got Harp on that foul, Craig Harp, I believe.
Hits the front end of the 1-and-1. First foul on Harp, by the way. Some music playing there during the free throw attempt. Can't have that. Little home cooking here in Jonesboro.
It could have at least been something good if you're going to put music in the middle of the game.
Oh, goodness. No comment on that, because I will make a lot of people mad with my distaste for country music. 3-point attempt off the mark. Here come the Cougars. Nice job by Everett maintaining his handles on that one through the tough defense. Here's Faulkner now working against Rocker, and Rocker's tough defense forces an errant pass.
When Westside is on defense, we've had a matchup the last couple times down the floor that I was really hoping to see, and it was Felts on Cooper. So I'm very anxious to see if they stick with that or if they keep going with the double team.
Yeah, it looks like Faulkner's going to come out to guard him. There's the switch. Now Cooper is guarding Felts. So you got your wish here. Let's see if they switch back on the screen. Nope, Felts wants this matchup. There's the screen. Deep three-point attempt. Off the screen, no good.
Good hustle by both teams there.
Yeah, Harp is going to knock it back into the hands of McPherson.
Yeah, McPherson might have got away with steps there.
I think he did, and he gets it out to Avery Felts, and they'll reset the offense. Here's Felts driving off the screen, going around Cooper, blocked. I think that was Faulkner who got a paw on that one to knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, good help defense there by Faulkner.
Shot clock at 20, game clock at 2:14 remaining in the half. There's the long inbound to Felts, guarded by Faulkner. He's going to still try to drive around and might have gotten away with steps there. Great defensive effort and a great job by Felts getting the rebound and throwing it off of the body of Justice Cooper. Man, Faulkner just stood his ground and put his hand straight up in the air. Great job blocking that one.
Yeah, he forced Felts into a bad shot there.
Here's Felkins on the drive, and he finishes with the finger roll. He's now got 12. Under 2 left to play in the second quarter. Cougars trailing by 5. There's a shot from the free throw line from Faulkner. Off the mark. Now here come the Warriors. Felts with it with a full head of steam. And it will be Faulkner, I believe, picking up his second personal foul as Avery Felts is headed back to the free throw line. Only his third trip to the free throw line. He has got 21 points. And this is only his third free throw attempt. He's off the mark on that one, so 2 for 3. One more still to come. Got that one to fall. And now there's 1:42 left to play here in the second quarter. Chase Orff with it, standing at center circle. Now they work it around to a wide open Kobe Everett. He's not going to miss very many of those. But it's a rebound now going to the Warriors. Here's Felts. To Harp, now back to Felts. .113 to play in the second quarter. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Felts off the screen, looking for a pick and roll. Doesn't get it, but he is going to get a foul called before the shot. Justice Cooper charged for the reach in. Just his first. Felts back at the free throw line. Well, we could be seeing a whole lot of this tonight.
I think the early defensive strategy by Westside has paid off because Cooper, he's nowhere near in the same frame of mind he was in last night. You know, he's not even getting shot attempts. And if you look every time down the floor on defense, when Westside is on defense, there are 2 players within arm's length of Cooper wherever he is on the floor, whether he has the ball or not.
Yeah, and he hasn't been able to get in any kind of rhythm because of that. So Everett now from about 6 feet out, off the mark, but they get an offensive rebound. It's Tharp now on the 3. He can't hit it. Fighting for it. Cooper comes down with it, and he is fouled, I believe, by Jordan Rockers.
Coach Whitmire pleading his case for I think he's wanting it over the back. But
well, if there was such a thing, then they would call it. Cooper off the mark on his free throw attempt. A 3-point attempt off the rebound, and they can't get that to fall.
Seems like the game, in the last minute and a half or so here of the second quarter, it seems like it's taking a very physical turn. Seems like we had a few more fouls come in and a lot more bodies hitting the floor.
Chase Orff called for his first personal. Craig Harp at the free throw line now. So far, Westside has only missed 2 free throws. We'll try to get you a tally of how many they've shot here at the halftime break. 33 seconds remaining in the half. Harp off the mark. Of course, as soon as I brag on them for hitting their free throws, they miss another.
The announcer curse hits again.
25 seconds left to play in the quarter and the half. The shot clock is turned off. It's Faulkner with Craig Harp draped all over him. Oh, and that's, you know, you were calling for it. Some of the fans were calling for it. I think Coach Whitmire wanted it as well, the 5-second call, but they did not get it. Instead, it'll be Caleb Faulkner at the free throw line. It's Craig Harp picking up his second personal foul.
I'm guessing he was at about 4.5 when the foul occurred.
Off the mark on the 1-and-1 opportunity. Warriors get the rebound. 15 seconds remaining, and it looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. Coach Whitmire holding up one finger, letting them know. Phelps off the screen. Trying to find some space. Head fake. There's Felkins with it now. No, Harp rather. Harp's three-pointer will find the bottom of the net as time expires. We had one to end the first quarter. Why not one to end the second as well? Two teams headed to the locker room with a score of 47-35. Westside leading ICC. We'll take a quick break and tally up the stats, break down the first half, and get ready for the second when we come back. You're watching the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, right by you.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to RitterCommunications.com/TV Everywhere to get started. Ritter Communications, connecting you to everything that matters.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
Craig Harp for the Westside Warriors, knocking down a triple before the end of the half here. And I didn't even see the step back. My goodness.
I missed that the first time through.
I did not even see the step back. He just drained it right in the face of the defense, and we are at a 47-35 scoring margin between the Westside Warriors and the ICC Cougars. Westside with a 12-point lead thanks to Avery Feltz with a 24-point output in the first half. Just an incredible scoring clinic put on by Avery Feltz, not just in the first quarter, but he continued that into the second. Had 10 by the end of the first, and obviously, as I mentioned, finished the first half with 24. But Marcus, you and I were talking just moments ago, two sides to this story here. The first side of the story is Westside's hitting most of their free throws. They finished the first quarter 6 for 7 from the charity stripe. They finished the first half 14 for 17. But on the other side of that, you look at the leading scorer last night for the ICC Cougars, Justice Cooper. He's been held to only 6 points here in this first half.
Yeah, he had a huge night last night against Pine Bluff. I think he ended up with 34. That's what I had unofficially for the game. 34 points last night. And, you know, maybe fatigue is a factor. And I've seen this before where guys will come out and be absolutely on fire, like Steph Curry level on fire one night, come back the next day, and they can't throw it in the ocean from the pier. It's just, you know, it's one of those things that happens. But I think Westside's strategy to double him, even when he does not have the ball, we've seen it several possessions to where there were two guys, there was one guy on him and another guy within arm's length, whether he had the ball or not. Anywhere he was going on the floor, he had two shadows with him everywhere. And it's taken its toll because Cooper's been frustrated, and he's only got 6 points here at the half. You know, if you'd have told me that he had 6 points at the half, I would have expected a bigger deficit than 12 points, but Faulkner has really stepped up and kind of tried to fill that gap as much as possible.
Yeah, he's got 14 points throughout this first half. He really has been, and I mean, he's had to step up. Dylan Tharp has hit a couple of big shots. He's had 2 big three-pointers. But as you mentioned, Justice Cooper just not really able to get into any type of rhythm that he would really like to get into. So hopefully for ICC's sake, he will find some rhythm here in the second half. For the Warriors, they just got to keep doing what they've been doing, and that's playing great defense and getting the ball in Avery Felt's hands and giving him some space to to do what he does best. Of course, can't go without mentioning Riley Felkins as well. He's got 12 points for the Westside Warriors. 5 for Kessler Mack, 2 for Jordan Rockers, and we mentioned the 4 for Craig Harp. Looking at the ICC side of the stat sheet, 8 points for Dylan Tharp, 6 for Kobe Everett. We mentioned the 14 for Caleb Faulkner and 6 for Justice Cooper, but we've got 1 point from Chase Orff at the free throw line as well. So again, a 12-point deficit for ICC against Westside as we begin the third quarter. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll begin the third quarter when we come back on our coverage of the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
You've got a lot of choices when you buy home furnishings. There are many reasons to choose Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
At Hubbard & Hope, you'll find a great selection of furniture, appliances, bedding, and electronics with outstanding service, 6 ways to finance your purchase, and free local delivery.
Plus, you'll get a great deal every day on name brands you know and trust.
Great deals, outstanding service, and free delivery. You're going to love
Hubbard & Hope Furniture, Blytheville and Osceola.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Barry Pruitt Court. It's the Barry Pruitt Hurricane Classic here on Tubetown. 47-35 is the score. We were watching ICC warm up just a minute ago, and right as we were noticing how many misses they made, they just decided to drop in. It looked like 3 in a row at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know how they didn't get all 3 of those stuck in the rim at the same time, because they couldn't have hit more than a half a second apart.
That was incredible. Hoping to get that started here in the third quarter are the ICC Cougars. They're going to start the third quarter with Faulkner, Tharp. Looks like we've got Everett alongside Cooper and Mike Euchre back into the game for the Cougars. For the Warriors, it'll be Rockers, Feltz, Mack, Felkins, and it looks like Dylan Schwartz is back in the game as well. He exited the second quarter early with foul trouble. He got into some foul trouble, 3 personal fouls on him, so they'll have to watch out for that as we continue on here in the second half. Cougars will start things off on the right foot. Caleb Faulkner picking up where he left off. 16 points now in the game for him, and it's a 10-point margin for the Cougars. Kessler Mack now for 3. Will answer that one and raise him 1. Back to a 13-point lead. This might be the largest lead that we've had of the night for the Westside Warriors. Faulkner trying to answer. He's feeling it. Faulkner will put up a quick 5 points to answer that 3-pointer from Mack, and just had a foul called on Dylan Tharp. That's you don't see that happen often before the ball is even inbounded.
Yeah, attempted steal there, just like right there, except this time he comes up with the ball.
Gets it into the hands of Faulkner. Great move by Faulkner to avoid the defender right at the rim, and Faulkner makes it an 8-point ball game. He's got a quick 7. We're not even a minute and 10 seconds in to the third quarter.
And guess who for Westside?
Avery Feltz with 26 now in the game. Back to a 10-point lead for the Warriors.
Little bit of tweaking to the defense for Westside here, because now they've got Riley Felkins following Faulkner around wherever he goes on the floor as well. So you've got 2 guys following Cooper, and then Felkins is following Faulkner.
Cooper is fouled as he's in the paint trying to turn and put up a shot. Feltz will be called for hacking him. Now Cooper in trouble over here in the corners. He's double teamed, gets it to Faulkner. Faulkner now double teamed in the high post. Here's Everett with a 3-point attempt that makes his way to the bottom of the net. Kobe Everett makes it a 7-point game. And
got a warning for, I think Izzard County touched the ball after it went through the net. Delay a game.
Yeah, I was going to say can't have a delay a game there. About 6:15 to play here in the third quarter, 52-45. Here's Feltz on the drive, goes around and over Cooper. Cooper going to be charged for his second personal foul.
That's great control of the ball right there by Feltz to keep it out wide to where Cooper couldn't get a hand on it and put it in his offhand and put it in.
28 now for Feltz, and it'll stay that way as he misses his and-one opportunity. Only his second missed free throw of the afternoon. Working it around the horn. Here's Faulkner with a quick shot. No good, and there's a nice tip in by Dylan Tharp. He was patiently waiting on that ball to fall off the rim before he touched it.
No Westside Warriors anywhere for the rebound on that possession.
Here's Mack for a three-pointer, his second of the quarter. Now he's into double digits with 11 on the afternoon. The lead back up to 10 for the Warriors.
Westside is a three-point team. If they're hitting their shots, they are a hard team to beat.
Here's a deep three-point attempt from Everett off the mark. And a push. Oh, wow. I was expecting that to be on Dylan Schwartz, but it's actually going to be on Cooper.
Yeah.
It looked to me like Schwartz was the one with the arm bar there, but Cooper is the one who picks up his third.
Well, you always say the retaliation is what gets caught, so.
5:30 left to play here in the third quarter as Feltz brings it up the floor, leaves it in the corner for Felkins. He's going to drive, split the defense. He'll go to the free throw line. It is foul after foul for the ICC Cougars, and
Tharp, I believe.
That is going to be number 3 on Dylan Tharp. Luckily for them, it wasn't number 4 on Justice Cooper, and Felkins will hit his and one shot.
Very aggressive on the offensive end here on all the penetration by Westside. It seems like they may have changed their style just a little bit to try to force fouls.
13 is the biggest lead that we've had tonight.
Look at that, 3 guys around Cooper. Even though he's having an off game, he still draws 2 and 3 people.
That kind of playmaker deserves that kind of attention. Here's Faulkner on the dribble drive on the baseline. Puts up a shot that falls, but it'll be waved off.
Yeah, I think they said it fouled
on the floor. Yep, Kessler Mack picking up his 3rd personal foul. Faulkner to inbound it high to Cooper. Back to Faulkner. Turned around, tried to get it down low to Euchre, but instead it's stolen away. No look pass from Rockers to Feltz. Feltz into the lane. Wild shot, won't fall. Cooper comes down with the rebound.
I think he was expecting contact there, and Cooper just held his ground.
Another nice no-look pass, and it's Kobe Everett who scores off the assist from Justice Cooper. A beautiful assist as well. Felkins with some space off the screen. Short on the three-point attempt. Long rebound tipped out to Tharp. Trailing by 11. Everett with a little hesitation on the dribble drive, and now he'll go to the line for an and one opportunity.
Yeah, nice dribble drive here. Draw the contact from Feltz. Gets the layup to go. Izzard County's hanging around. They you know, it's hovering around that 9-10 point margin. They just, you know, for whatever reason, they just can't seem to get it closer than that, though.
Yeah, they were hanging around 2 and 3 earlier, and I think they want to get back to that point as Everett is now 2 for 2 from the free throw line on the afternoon. He makes it an 8-point ball game. 60-52 in favor of Westside. Here's Feltz trying to extend the lead with a triple off the mark. Cooper comes down with a rebound. Here comes Everett. 4 minutes left to play in the third. Everett's just going to drive right around the defender. He went straight at Jordan Rockers and picks up the foul. Rockers picks up his second as Everett will head right back to the free throw line.
Yeah, Rockers was the help defense there and was a little late getting into position, so he didn't have any opportunity to try to draw a charge.
3:55 left to play in the third quarter. We'll take a timeout with them as Westside wants to talk some things over. 60-52 in favor of Westside over ICC. We're back with more of the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown right after this. Live local from Ritter Communications.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call, and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton welcome you back to Barry Pruitt Court in Don Riggs Hurricane Gym, where Westside and ICC currently in the third quarter with 3:55 left to play. 60-52 is the score. Westside leading ICC by 8. Currently at the free throw lines, Kobe Everett getting ready to shoot 2 for the Cougars. Kobe Everett with 14 points so far here in the ball game. 2 free throws coming up for him. First one falls. Second one on the way, and it will fall as well. So Everett goes 2 for 2, makes it a 6-point game. ICC a couple of stops away from making it interesting once again, but not if Riley Felkins is just going to split the defense like that. Put up a shot in traffic. Good job by the Cougars not fouling, but better job by Felkins putting up the contested layup. 8-point lead now for Westside, 62-54. Cooper again double team, just trying to find some space, and he's going to be fouled. Is that going to be on Feltz or?
No,
I think it's going to be on Schwartz. That's number 4 on Dylan Schwartz. So Logan McPherson getting ready to check back into the game for the Warriors.
And some of the Westside faithful believe that Cooper got away with a shoulder dip there.
He was pivoting around, just trying to find some space. Long inbound into Everett. He thought about the 3. Cooper's going to take it instead. Cooper drains it. That might be what he needed to get him started. It's now a 5-point game, 62-57.
Izzard County just hanging around.
Deep 3-point attempt from Mack, misses everything. And Mack, to that point, had been doing pretty well here in this third quarter. He's got 11 on the ball game. He hit a couple of big triples here to start things off for the Warriors.
This is a big possession right here for Izzard County because they could cut it down to a 1-possession game with a score here.
Here's Tharp standing near the Jonesboro logo. Now over to Faulkner. Faulkner with a dribble drive goes baseline. No good, but Euchre there to get the rebound and the putback. What a job by Mike Euchre there on the low post.
Got the inside position.
On the other end, Feltz shoots it and
control.
Got his rebound and was out of bounds whenever he wound up with the ball. So now, with 2:40 to play in the third, 62-59 the score, a chance for ICC to tie it up.
I think somebody got stuck.
Yeah, we had a foul away from the ball, or a tee away from the ball.
Feltz got a technical.
Interesting. Did you happen to see what happened there?
I did not. I did not see, but obviously he had the magic words.
So Kobe Everett will be at the free throw line.
He was pretty animated when the when Cooper got fouled and they wanted the shoulder dip. He was pretty animated there. So I think he drew some unwanted attention there, and then with them watching them a little closer, magic words.
Well, yeah, he must have said something to the referee because I heard a few of the Westside fans getting into the mix as well. So ICC has not only regained a 1-point lead. They trail by 1. Excuse me.
Now they have a 1-point lead if they score here.
Yep, can't get the shot to fall. Faulkner's shot is off the mark. McPherson comes down with the rebound. And now here come the Warriors. Here's Felkins with it. Drives around one defender, runs right into Euchre, and I believe Euchre is going to be called for the foul. He went straight up, but I believe his feet were moving. So that will put Felkins back at the free throw line. No, they're going to get Dylan Tharp with his 4th, not Mike Euchre. So now Chase Orff getting ready to check back into the game. Riley Felkins hitting his first free throw on this attempt. He is perfect on the afternoon at 5 for 5.
You realize you just jinxed him, right?
Maybe I did.
Let's see.
No, we're good. He had his earmuffs on. He's good to go. Nice little game here for Felkins. He's got 19 points with 2:08 to play in the third. The lead back up to 3 for the Warriors.
The battle between Mack and Cooper. You're going to see a foul here shortly, one way or the other, because there's a lot of contact there between those two.
Miscommunication. Stolen away by Euchre. Euchre now to Everett. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. And a foul called on the rebound. And we'll see if that's Euchre who is charged for it. It is going to be number 3 on Mike Euchre.
Should be 1-1, I believe.
Timeout, Izzard County.
Izzard County with the timeout.
1:44 left to play here in the third quarter. 64-61 is the score, and ICC does want to talk some things over. Had a chance to, again, pull it within one, but not necessarily a rushed shot, but 9 seconds left as Kobe Everett drives the lane and just can't hit the finger roll.
It's a missed opportunity because you're coming off the technical foul by Avery Phelps, which also counts as a personal. So he's up to 3 personal fouls now. And you get the free throws from the technical, you get a chance for a 5-point swing there. And, you know, like you said, it wasn't necessarily a bad shot, but it probably wasn't the shot that they wanted on that time down the floor.
Yeah, several people got to watch themselves as far as fouls go down the stretch here. Kessler Mack has 3 fouls. Avery Phelps has 3 fouls. Dylan Schwartz with 4 for ICC. Dylan Tharp has 4. And then Cooper and Euchre each with 3 apiece. So here comes Falcons working off the screen from McPherson. He's going to drive now. Great block by Euchre. Euchre throws it out of bounds off of a Warrior. And now the referee's going to point the other way. It looked like he initially was saying Westside ball, but then switched it.
Yeah, it's smart play there to throw the ball off of the Westside player and get a new possession for Izzard County.
Euchre setting a screen down here for Everett on the baseline. Here's Orff with it, spinning off the defender. Nice bounce pass to Euchre. Great head fake by Euchre. And Euchre now with 4 points in the quarter makes it a 1-point affair once again. Big man's got some moves down on the low blocks. That 3-point attempt was flat. Coming out of the hands of Phelps, he's looking at the referee saying, I got fouled, but no.
He's got to be careful because he's already got 1 technical foul, another one, and he's done for the day.
A minute remaining here in the third quarter. 1-point game, 64-63. ICC trailing by 1. The Cougars got a chance to take the lead here. Orff trying to get it over in the corner, has his pass stolen away. Now here's Phelps with it. 45 seconds remaining, about a 15-second difference between game clock and shot clock. There's a 3-point attempt from Phelps that'll fall.
He's been really quiet this third quarter. I think he had 24 at half, and that's right there makes his 7th point of this quarter.
Yep, give him 31 for the game, and now a 5-second difference between game and shot clock. Here's Everett with it. Into Cooper. Looking for Faulkner on the cut to the basket on the baseline, but couldn't find him. Instead, he finds him behind the 3-point line. Can't get the shot to fall. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. 14 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. ICC does not have to shoot it in a hurry. They've got 14 seconds to work with. Entry to Cooper. Cooper's shot. Beautiful. Beautiful stroke.
It's pure.
11 points now for Cooper. 4 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Here's Phelps. Top of the 3-point line. Got the head fake, drew the defense in the air, and he'll go to the free throw line with half a second left in the third quarter. 3 shots coming up for Avery Phelps. He is 5 for 7 from the free throw line on the afternoon, so not the guy you want at the free throw line. Well, 5 for 8. I apologize, Avery Phelps. I should just keep my mouth shut next time anybody's at the free throw line. Oh my goodness.
Put the curse deep on him.
Everybody playing on the blocks now with half a second left in case Phelps misses this one. He'll drain that one. 1 for 3. Still got time to touch it and go, but how about that defense played by McPherson?
Nice play there by McPherson to make sure he got all ball there.
68-65, a 3-point game as we head to the fourth quarter. The Warriors and the Cougars in a close one. We're back with more of the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown right after this. Live local from Ritter Communications.
How much bandwidth will satisfy your home's hunger? The average household now has more wireless devices in use a day than ever before, including TVs, laptops, tablets, and smartphones. HD streaming and gaming can use large amounts of data and slow down speeds for other users. The more devices you use, the more bandwidth your home needs. So make sure you have enough bandwidth. Get up to 100 megs with internet from Ritter Communications. It's the speed you need to power all your devices. Call today.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton welcome you back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter between ICC and Westside, and it's a close one, 68-65. The Warriors are leading the ICC Cougars. A back-and-forth affair. Westside led by as many as 13, but ICC has been able to trim the deficit. They've narrowed it to 1 at one point there in the third quarter, but now here to begin the fourth, they trail by 3.
That was a big quarter there for ICC, cutting into that. I believe it was a 12-point halftime lead, and they got it down to 3. That's a big swing coming into this fourth quarter, and we'll see what happens here. If they get a stop on this possession, then anything can happen once they get the ball back.
Starting things off here in the fourth with a 3-point attempt from Feltz off the mark. Here come the Cougars. Skip pass and a miscommunication. Cooper trying to get it over to Faulkner on the other side of the court and
just airmailed it.
Yeah, just didn't read the route correctly, if you will. Here's Felkins working off a screen, dribbled it off his own foot, loose ball. He's able to get it. Here's Feltz with another 3-point attempt. Cooper comes down with the rebound, and the score remains 68-65. A 3-point margin between these two teams. Faulkner now over to Orff. Now to Everett. Everett, heat check 3-pointer. Didn't even square up to shoot that one, but let it fly. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors, so ICC gets another look at it here in the opening minute of the fourth.
Coach McCandless wanted a foul on that 3-pointer. I think his player
sold that a little well.
Yeah, he sold it pretty well.
Got to get it in bounds here. Cooper.
5 seconds. Cooper's just not himself today for whatever reason. He's finally into double digits at 11, but it's just it's a bad time for him to have a bad day.
Yeah, he's looking a little sluggish here. Commits the turnover there, not able to get it in bounds anywhere. Here's Feltz off the screen. He's launched up a couple of triples here to start the fourth quarter, but hasn't found the bottom of the net. Tried to split the defense there, got caught between both of them, and a foul is called. I don't know if they're going to call it on Euchre or Cooper, but either way, somebody's picking up their fourth. So Euchre will have to watch himself here. Coach McCandless kind of still over here with his arms turned outwards like, what happened?
Dalton Dillard back into the game for Izard County, going to take Euchre's place. Euchre's got 4. He's going to have to set for a little bit.
There were 4 big ones, though, there in the third quarter. 70-65, the lead back up to 5 for the Warriors after Feltz hits both of his free throws. Here's a drive from Orff. Now he'll back it up and see what he wants to do with it here. Here's a drive from Faulkner, leaning away from the defense, and Rockers is going to pick up another foul.
Yeah, it looks like he got him on the arm there on the shot.
Rockers, his third personal foul, puts Faulkner back at the free throw line. Only the second time Faulkner's been at the free throw line this afternoon, and considering the fact he had 21 points, now 22, that's pretty impressive. All field goals for him. Second free throw falls. He's got 23 now. Lead trimmed to 3 again, 70-67. Three-point attempt again from Feltz. He's just launching them at this point.
I'm beginning to wonder if fatigue is setting in on him a little bit. All of his shots, his last several shots have all come up short.
I mean, he's got 34 points. I don't know how he has any energy left to do anything. Faulkner's just dribbling at near center circle. 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Now we're at the 6-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Faulkner driving to his right. Cooper flashing behind him. Here's a three-point shot with 4 seconds left on the shot clock and fading away from the rim. Justice Cooper drains one in the face of the defense to tie it.
When you need a big three, your big man has had an off game, but he steps up when it's on the line. And then just like that on the other end of the floor, when you need a bucket for Westside, Avery Phelps steps up. 36 now for Phelps.
It's like they're playing cat and mouse here a little bit. Phelps says, I'll let you think you're going to tie it up. But surprise. Here's Cooper, baseline move, strong move against the defense.
That's 5 straight for Cooper. He may have found his groove here with the last 5 minutes of the game. He's up to 16 points for the game. And he got a block there and a rebound and the outlet pass.
And a great finish at the rim by Kobe Everett.
And don't look now, but ICC has taken the lead.
First lead they've had since way back in the first quarter. And they lead by 2. Oh, they're going to call a foul, I think, on Cooper. Cooper wanted a jump ball, and that one's questionable. He's looking at the referee like, are you sure?
Yeah, and that's 4 on Cooper.
Coach McCandless got his hand on his mouth over here like, yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know about that foul. Oh, they actually did they get Caleb Faulkner on that?
I believe they did. I thought it was Cooper.
I thought for sure it was Cooper, but they're going to give Caleb Faulkner his 4th.
Well, that's his 4th rather than.
I don't think you want either one of those players to have 4 fouls. Westside's going to call a timeout as Avery Phelps hits both of his free throws. That ties it back up at 74. 4:49 left to play in the ball game. We're going to take a quick break, come back with more of the 4th quarter right after this on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton back here with you at Don Riggs, Hurricane Gym, and Barry Pruitt Court. All knotted up at 74 with 4:49 left to play in the 4th quarter. ICC has fought their way back from a 13-point deficit at one point and are tied up with the Westside Warriors right now. The Warriors tied it up on their last possession at the free throw line. Right now the Cougars have a chance to regain the lead here. They come out of the timeout with Everett, Cooper, Orff, Faulkner, and Dalton Dillard. For the Warriors, it's Felkins, Phelps, Rockers, Schwartz, and Mack. Oh, and they're going to get a trip, a questionable trip call on the Warriors there that will send Chase Orff to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 attempt. And unfortunately for Dylan Schwartz, that's a terrible way to foul out of the ball game. And he will head to the bench scoreless. Got into foul trouble early and
he's never really found his groove.
Yeah, certainly not the way he wanted to end this afternoon. And so Logan McPherson will re-enter the game for him as Chase Orff attempts to split the tie. And he does. Hits the front end of the 1-and-1, his 2nd point of the ball game. He's now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Make it 3 for 4. As that one goes through, and once again, ICC regains the lead. 10th lead change we've had between these two teams. Double clutch shot from Rockers off the mark. Jump ball, possession arrow gives it to ICC.
Cooper had a big effect on that shot because he kind of double clutched on the layup because he didn't want to eat it.
Yeah, he had to do the windmill move there to get it around the arms. Definitely caused an uncomfortable shot. Here's Cooper at the top of the key. They leave it with Orff. Orff's trying to give it to Faulkner. He doesn't want any part of it right now. Nice feed into Cooper. Cooper with a turnaround, Jay. Off the mark, jump ball is going to give it to Westside. Well, that was a great look from Cooper. That was probably the look you want to take, but
9 times out of 10 he hits that shot.
And a great job getting the offensive rebound, just a better job by Westside getting in there to tie it up. Here's Feltz blowing by the defender and scoring easily. That slight hesitation is enough to just use his speed to get around the defense. And again, it's tied up. Now it's 76.
40 on the game for Feltz.
3-point attempt, short, offensive rebound, and the putback by Orff will once again give the Cougars the lead. 78-76. We have had 4 lead changes. The game has been tied 4 times here in the fourth quarter alone.
Westside's really struggling on the defensive end for rebounding. Izard County's just eating them up with offensive rebounds and stickbacks the whole game.
They wanted a moving screen there, but didn't get it. Instead, they get a three-pointer from Kessler Mack that gives the Warriors a 1-point lead.
Steal by Mack there. Looks like the pass kind of bounced off Cooper's foot and bounced right to Mack.
And nobody in front of Feltz. Feltz just takes it easily to the rack. Coast to coast and an underhand finish for Avery Feltz. He's got 42, and it's a 3-point lead for the Westside Warriors with 2:44 to play in the fourth quarter. We're back with more of the fourth here on our coverage of the 34th Annual Hurricane Classic on Tubetown. Live local from Ritter Communications.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton back here with you in the fourth quarter between Westside and ICC. 2:44 left to play in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors have regained the lead and extended it back out to 3. What a fourth quarter we've had here between these two teams. It's been tied up 4 times. We've had 5 different lead changes just here in the fourth quarter alone.
This whole game, with the exception of the run that Westside had right before the half to extend their lead up to 12, the rest of the game has really been back and forth, almost just a ping pong match.
It has.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
We've traded threes I don't know how many times. 42 points for Avery Feltz.
Safe to say that's a new career high.
Here's Tharp on the inbound, bringing it up the floor across the timeline. Avoiding the trap there. Here's Faulkner. He drives baseline. Shots blocked by Rockers, but right there to clean it up for ICC is Cooper.
Great block there, but Cooper's in the right place at the right time. And he, don't look now, but he's up to 18 points.
And he was at 6 at halftime, and we thought he had a quiet game. Feltz on a 3-point attempt, Mack rather on a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, Mack anticipated contact there that never came. And turnover, ball back to Izard County on a 1-point game.
Here's Tharp trying to get around Rockers. Rockers pokes it out of bounds. Good defense.
You know, to go back to Cooper, he had 6 points at halftime. We're down here in crunch time, 2 minutes left in the game, 1-point game. He's closing in on a 20-point game.
Here's Tharp trying to get it into the front court, gets it to Faulkner. Faulkner now with a wide open lane to the basket, double clutch move, can't finish. Cooper on the putback, and he'll go to the free throw line. You said it, 9 points here in this quarter, give him 20 for the ball game, a chance to get into double digits here in this quarter alone.
And Westside allowed him to get the inside position there for rebound, and he took advantage of it.
And he will hit his and one.
I don't have a number on offensive boards just in this second half, but Izard County has dominated the boards in the second half.
And they regain the lead 83-81 and a missed shot. The rebound goes to the Cougars. They get a chance to add on to it here.
Time becoming a factor now. We're down in under 2 minutes.
And only a handful of possessions left for these two teams. Here's Tharp working against Jordan Rockers.
This is where the shot clock comes big here, because normally you would probably see Izard County go out to a four corners offense and try to run some clock and make Westside foul them. With the shot clock in play, you can't take that strategy.
So ICC will inbound it after Felkins poked it out of bounds. Westside fans wanted it to go in their favor, but it did not. Referee standing right in front of it. Tharp now leaves it with Everett. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Everett double team. Throws it in the backcourt, and the shot clock will expire, and even if he had touched it, it would have been Westside ball anyway.
That's a great defensive possession there by Westside. They force the trap, force a bad pass, and then the shot clock expires. Now they've got a chance to tie the game up here. You got to think it's going to Phelps, right?
Off the inbound, absolutely. But nope, they get it into Felkins. Felkins bodies against the defender. Leaning underneath the backboard, can't score. Got into a tough position there.
Yeah.
We had to lean, but just couldn't hit the shot.
That's a very tough angle.
Faulkner with a great feed to Everett. Everett with a contested shot will score off the glass.
It's a 4-point lead with under a minute.
I don't even know how he got that look up, but he did. Here's Mack, now to Phelps. Phelps trying to work inside, is going to drive. He took about 4 steps, but he's going to score anyway. And he also has a seat on the bench over there.
At least it was the cushioned part.
Westside's going to call a timeout here with 46 seconds remaining here in the ball game. We will take one quick one with them. 85-83. It's a 2-point affair in favor of ICC over Westside. We're back with more of the fourth quarter right after this on Tubetown.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton welcome you back to Jonesboro High School, where the Westside Warriors and the ICC Cougars going at it in the fourth quarter. Tight ball game, 47 seconds remaining. It's 85-83 in favor of ICC. What a game it has been between these two teams. Just not only back and forth the entire ball game, the fourth quarter alone has been back and forth. We've had 6 different lead changes throughout the fourth quarter by itself. The game's been tied 4 separate times. And then you look at the track that follows the trend for the majority of the game.
Absolutely. And
you said it, it's just been a ping pong matchup.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, Izard County is a single A school. They already knocked off 6A Pine Bluff last night, and now they're looking to knock off 4A Westside today.
Here's the steal, though. Felkins comes up with it, gets it to Phelps. Phelps scores easily to tie it up. Here's the thing, though. Shot clock turned off. ICC does not have to rush to get a shot up. 25 seconds left.
Keep in mind how ICC has dominated the offensive rebounds here. If they miss a shot, there's a pretty good chance they'll get a chance at a stick back.
Faulkner standing near the timeline. There's the double team. He gets it over to Tharp. Tharp now to Cooper. Cooper has his pass stolen away. 10 seconds remaining for Phelps. And there's the foul. And I think that's going to be on Euchre.
And that's 5 on Euchre, I believe.
Euchre will have a seat, and he will put the exact wrong person that you want at the free throw line if you're an ICC fan.
You know, Andy, the old saying is the best players make the best plays in the biggest moments, and that's exactly what we had there with Phelps coming up with the loose ball.
There's the first hit. And we are going to get a timeout from ICC. 7.6 seconds remaining here in this ball game. 86-85 is your score. Avery Phelps with a chance after the timeout to make it a 2-point ball game.
47 points on the day for Avery Phelps. That's just an unbelievable performance. I don't know what else to say other than it's a video game type performance that he's put on today. You know, a few years ago we had the Reeves kid that had a couple games. He had one where he had like 75 and another game where he had like 60. But, I mean, 47 points, I'm in awe. Yeah. He's done it all over the floor. He's penetrated to the hole. He's hit free throws. He's hit three-pointers. it's like he's out there playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers.
It really is, and I mean, I'm trying to look at my stat sheet just to decipher some of this, and his stat line alone just looks a little bit like hieroglyphics because there's so many numbers and bubbles and such.
Big free throw here.
And he'll hit it. Knocks them both down, makes it a 2-point game, 7.6 seconds left.
You got to think Faulkner or Cooper is going to get the last look here.
Here's Cooper.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh, he missed the wide open shot, and Kobe Everett is heartbroken right now.
Oh, his teammates need to go pick that poor kid up.
Kobe,
that's a tough way to lose a game.
Yep, Cooper and Everett both come away very upset about that one, but nothing to be too upset about other than losing the game. 87-85 the final. What a game between Westside and ICC. The Warriors come away with a 3-point victory.
First 2 games today have set the bar high for these last 2, I'll say that.
We're going to take a quick break, come back and wrap this one up. We'll get you ready for the 3rd out of 4 games this afternoon here in Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. We're back with more right after this on Tubetown, live local from Ritter Communications.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Welcome back to Don Riggs Hurricane Gym. Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton with you, ready to wrap up this game between ICC and Westside. What a game for the Warriors and the Cougars. Unfortunately, doesn't turn out the way the Cougars wanted it to, but if you're a Warrior fan, you're going home happy. 87-85 the final. What a game between these two teams. I mean, just a back and forth fourth quarter. Incredible.
Yeah, it was everything you want as just an impartial spectator. You know, you had runs by both teams. Westside had the early run to take a 12-point lead at half. Izard County battles back and actually takes the lead in the game in the fourth quarter, and it's just back and forth from there. Just, you know, as we said earlier, kind of a ping-pong match back and forth between Feltz and Faulkner and Felkins and Cooper. I mean, it didn't matter what was going on at the time. Somebody was going to make a play on each end of the floor.
Yeah, what a game for both of these teams. Looking at ICC, 23 points for Caleb Faulkner. Kobe Everett finishes with 22. How about Justice Cooper, though, finishing with 21 after only having 6 at halftime?
Yeah.
5 for Caleb Orff, and then 10 for Dylan Tharp. Looking at Westside scoring stat sheet, Kessler Mack had 14 points. Of course, Avery Feltz leading the way with 48 points, tying his career high.
Yeah, a little research on my side. Talked to someone who probably knows Avery Feltz better than anybody. His mother, and according to his mother, that ties his career high. He had 48 versus Gosnell last year, so he ties a career high with 48 points today in the one of the consolation games here at the Hurricane Classic.
Yeah, and if you're ICC, you got to look at your team and say, hey, not only did we come to this tournament and knock off a 6A team, we came and gave one of the best teams in all of 4A quite a run for their money.
Yeah, no need for those guys to hang their head any way at all. Anytime a single A school comes in and does the damage in this tournament they did, I mean, you guys go back to Brockwell with your heads held high and get ready to basically dominate the 1A competition in conference season, because that's a very good team. It would not surprise me to see Izard County in Hot Springs come March.
No doubt about it. Again, the final score between Westside and ICC, 87-85, the Warriors over the ICC Cougars. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get you set up for the 3rd out of 4 games this Saturday afternoon. The Bryant Hornets taking on the Nettleton Raiders when we come back on Tubetown.